least as good as ever. I'm Andy, and I'm with Otis again.
Oh, guys, how you doing? How you doing?
Like to get Ad's voice on there because, as I've said before, it really gets me in the mood for this stuff. Ad, what's the lesson about today? I think it's a great one.
I assume it's a great one. I thought we only did great ones.
Good point.
Okay, good. So you're listening to China232.com if you didn't know. So get on the website, which you've been. But today we're going to talk about a strange legal situation, actually.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the scary thing is that this isn't actually so strange, it's strange, but it's not very uncommon, at least well, it happens probably the most in the USA.
Certainly.
And we're talking about something happening where you can sue somebody else.
It's almost like you did something yourself and then you want to get money for it, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of situations actually where if you hurt yourself or something happens, you can go to court and get somebody else to pay you a lot of money because of some damage that caused to you. Now of course this makes sense, right? So if you go to some building, let's say, and you're not the owner of the building, and you walk into the building and the stairs are very old and not up to standards and they break, and because of that you break your leg and you can't work for the next few months, the person who's responsible for those stairs, you could sue them and they'd have to pay you money, compensation for the situation that they messed up because they've interfered with your life and it's their fault. You've lost money from it, so they reimburse or they compensate that money. So in a situation like that, it can make sense.
Right, it can make sense, but a lot of times you get a lot more money than it seems like you really need, right?
Exactly, and it's abused a lot, they say, in America especially. It happens in Canada as well, but it can be abused where you can really get a lot of money for something that, if you think about it, is pretty strange to be earning so much from something.
I'm just going to bring up one more term actually quickly. These are called punitive damages usually. For example, if I break my leg, I might get $5,000 for the medical fees, but then $1 million for emotional suffering?
Yeah, so a punitive damage is something that, what is it?
It's anything on top of an economic loss.
Yeah, so he lost money and had to pay the doctor. Well, that makes sense to pay for that. Mm-hmm. But you can also get something like psychological or emotional problems attached. And these are really priced very highly. And you can sometimes get rich. There's stories of people actually getting rich from something like this.
Right, like I might complain that I can never work again because I just can't even think about it.
Because he's scared of cars now.
Yeah.
Something like that. So let's go in on one, and we'll talk ethically about it after, and you can hear the situation. It's kind of a funny one.
Okay, good. I'll start this one. I just saw Chris whip by in a new Ferrari. Where did he get that kind of cash?
I think he got it from the settlement.
What settlement?
Apparently, he was taking a shower at the gym and he slipped, fell, and hurt himself pretty badly. He threatened to hire a really good lawyer and sue them. The gym owners agreed to settle out of court because they didn't want to take any chances. He made a killing.
That's not their fault. Why would they agree to do that?
Chris was claiming that they put too much wax on the floor, which made it too slippery. Apparently, they're not allowed to do that, and he has a case.
That's so absurd. I can't believe people can profit from something like that. There's really something wrong with the legal system.
I blame Chris as much as anyone. I can't believe he can sleep at night after exploiting those owners. I can't believe anyone would actually sue in a situation like that.
Are you kidding? I'd do the exact same thing if I were in his shoes. Those owners won't pay directly. Their insurance will cover it.
Even if it's true, wouldn't you have a guilty conscience knowing that most of your wealth was from cashing in on an injury?
Maybe for a little while, but I'm sure sipping margaritas in the Caribbean would take care of that.
You'd be judged by everyone.
Who cares?
Okay.
Well, that definitely was a strange legal situation. I wonder if any of this has ever happened to our listeners.
Yeah, interesting 2 points of view here. conflicting points of view, these two people talking about Chris, who just bought a new Ferrari. And Chris, where do you get the money? Very interesting. Let's talk about some of the words here. We'll go through that and then kind of discuss the ethics of that
We'll
and
talk
some
about
different
it
viewpoints.
as we're going along here. Okay, the first one we notice is whip by. That just means he's going by very quickly, right? In his Ferrari. He whipped by.
He said, "Hey, did you see that? That golf ball just whipped past that guy's ear."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the thing just went really fast by someone. Whipped by them. In a new Ferrari. Nice car.
Yes, it is a nice car. An Italian luxury sports vehicle, we're going to
And
call this.
we saw a young guy in Shanghai yesterday, didn't we, driving a brand new red Ferrari. He was about 18.
Right.
A Chinese. I wonder where he got that kind of money.
Maybe he sued in a similar situation.
Ooh, nice car, though.
Nice car.
Okay, so Chris whipped by in the new Ferrari, and where did he get the money? We think he got it from the settlement.
The settlement, meaning the amount of money you get from from suing someone or from any legal process that you at the finish, the result of it.
So it's some kind of legal agreement, right? That's the settlement. You settle on something, this amount of money or these conditions, okay? So that's the settlement.
Next one we have apparently.
Okay, so this word gets used a lot, and you read it a lot and you hear it a lot. I haven't heard too many foreign English speakers say this, but it's very important to know how to use this one. It kind of means it seems that.
Right, it's almost like from what I've heard as well.
So you don't really understand the situation. You don't have any proof, but you've heard it and you believe it. So you could say, apparently Dave can speak Japanese. You don't really know if Dave can speak Japanese, but some people told you that. And then you just say, apparently. It seems that it's true, but I don't know for sure. Or you could say, apparently drinking too much fruit juice can make you gain weight.
Right.
Okay, so in this case, apparently is used as it is said that, meaning a lot of people say this, experts believe this. You don't know because you didn't test it yourself, but apparently,
right,
according to the general people, this is what happens. Apparently, drinking too much fruit juice can make you gain weight.
Right.
So that's how it's really used. It seems that, or what most people say, but you don't really know. Last one for this, just because it's such a good word. Apparently, listening to really loud music all the time can make your hearing worse when you are older.
Okay, I just have one more. Apparently, listening to China232.com will be good for every area of your life. This is what people have been saying.
Excellent point, Ad. Loving that. Sue. Hello, Sue.
No, not this kind of sue. Not a person's name. I will use it in a sentence first. I want to sue you for hitting me in the head.
Good one. Okay, so sue is you start the legal process against someone, and you're trying to get money for compensation
or
for
something,
what happened.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually money.
Usually you're trying to get money for what happened. So you take them to court, and you make the court decide whether or not they should give you money. You're suing them for doing something to you. I said they settled out of court, which happens a lot, meaning they agreed to do something without going to court because the gym owners did not want to take any chances. And we use this phrase a lot, don't we, Ad?
Taking chances?
Not wanting to take any. The idea of, I don't want to take any chances.
Right, that meaning you don't want to do anything that will put yourself in any risk.
Right, so you want to be very safe and very cautious. You don't want to take any chances at all. You don't know if he'll win, but you want to be very safe and say, you know what, I don't want to go to court and lose even more money, so I'll agree to this because I'm worried about the very dangerous thing that might happen.
Right, it sounds like in this situation, Chris got a little bit too much money. I don't think he'd be whipping by in a Ferrari for this kind of settlement.
No,
this is a little bit of an exaggeration just for fun.
We made the story a little bit funny, although I have heard some cases where people really do get a lot for something strange.
Certainly. Okay, what else do we have
We
here?
said he made a killing.
Right, that just means he got a lot of money.
Yeah, or even you earned a lot of money. It doesn't matter how, but making a killing is earning a lot of money.
Right, you might hear this. He made a killing in the stock market.
Yeah. Did you hear about his new business? He's been making a killing over the last couple of years.
Good.
Okay, we said Chris has a case.
Has a case.
This is kind of a legal think if you say somebody has a case, it means they will probably win if they go to court.
Or at least they have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, they have something reasonable to argue. So if you say apparently Chris has a case, it means that, well, according to the law, he might win because it seems that the gym should watch the amount of wax they put on the floor.
Right. They actually made a mistake here in some way, so there is some sort of a case anyways. If they didn't do anything, there's not really much of a case.
Yeah, the court will probably throw it out very quickly.
Right. That's what they say. They throw out a case if there is no case.
So if you have a case, it means you might win the case,
Right.
basically. We said that's absurd.
That means that's ridiculous. That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why would we go to the beach today if it's raining? That's absurd, right?
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, another phrase here, Addy.
Good.
I can't believe he can sleep at night.
Right. I can't believe he can sleep at night. I mean, what reasons would he have for not being able to sleep at night? Here, I mean, he just got a lot of money and he didn't earn it, right? He should feel guilty or awkward for this.
Yeah, anyone that should feel guilty, we say, I don't know how he can sleep at night, meaning why doesn't his guilty conscience, his guilty thoughts make him stay awake? How can he be so relaxed to be able to sleep?
Right, when he just did this terrible thing. Right?
Another thing is if there's a lot of uncertainty in your life or a lot of crazy things going on. For example, even if you invest in the stock market, let's suppose you buy one company with all of your money and it goes up and down, up and down. You're winning and losing a lot of money. Some people say, maybe I'll get rich, but I couldn't sleep at night if I did that,
Right, 'cause
because
you're
I'd be
too
so
nervous.
worried.
Right.
So if you're worried or guilty or something, we say, I don't know how you could sleep at night in that situation. Why are you so relaxed?
Right. Just you're going to be thinking about something too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, the next one. This is also a very good one. In his shoes. If I were in your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is looking at a situation from someone else's perspective.
Right. So you're saying if I was in the exact same situation as him, this is what I would do. If I was in his shoes.
Right. If this was me, what would I do?
Mm-hmm. Then I said the insurance will cover it. Okay.
Yep.
Cover it. We use this in terms of money. We're talking about something can cover it means something can pay for the entire thing. Covering it just means paying for all of it. So if we go out to dinner and let's suppose I have to leave early from the table. Okay, and we're going to all split the bill, and I'm deciding how much money should I pay. Maybe I wasn't really paying attention to how much food I had. Maybe I guessed that I had $30 worth of food,
Okay.
and I'm feeling generous. I might put $50 on the table and saying, I don't really know how much I paid, but this should cover it.
Right. You want to make sure that you have enough money, more than enough.
Yeah, so covering it just means making sure that you've got all the money, maybe even more than you need.
Right. Okay. The next one we have here is cashing in. Chris, he really cashed in on this experience, didn't he? This
Yeah.
situation. That means he got money from doing something.
Yeah, cashing in is usually making a lot of money from doing any kind of behavior. So you could even say if someone has a really good singing talent, they sing very well, you could say, you should think of a way to cash in on your singing.
Right. Make money because of what you can do.
Mm-hmm. Or you've got a lot of computer skills. You should think of a way to cash in on that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So Chris here cashed in on his slip
Right.
at the gym.
I wouldn't mind slipping at the gym if I could make that kind of money myself.
Yeah.
I don't think I would sue for this. I don't think I'd be getting a Ferrari. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, I don't think, doing this.
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole point of this funny lesson is some people do that and we wouldn't do that. I'd love to hear your comments. I mean, would you sue if you could get the money?
Right. If you knew you could get a lot of money, would you want to take it from someone else?
Would you think, it's only a company. I'd like to get a new Ferrari. I'll sue them. Would you do it? Or would you think, you know what? This is ridiculous.
Right.
Maybe I'll just get a little bit to pay for my doctor and that's it.
Right.
So interesting. I'd like to hear some opinions on that.
All right. The last one doesn't really have anything to do with our topic, but it's a good one. Margaritas.
Margaritas, yeah, great drink. And Ad was saying, or I was telling Ad in the dialogue, I was saying, hey, Ad, look, I mean, how can you sleep at night? Everyone's going to judge you. Won't you feel terrible? And Ad says, maybe a little bit. But I think if I go to the Caribbean, which is a really nice group of islands and really warm place,
Yeah.
and I'm sipping, which means drinking, margaritas on the beach, I'll be able to get over it.
Right. I'll be able to not worry about that and focus on what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so Ad's going to be, he has so much money, he's going to relax. He's saying, you know what, everyone can think whatever they want. I'm just going to drink a nice margarita
Right.
on the beach. And you know what, just because I like margaritas so much, if you go to the website, I am going to tell you how to make an excellent margarita.
And you know what? As soon as we get this video camera, we have been talking about it for a while now, but we're just trying to create a little bit of a buzz in the air, you know?
Yeah, the video camera is coming soon. We're hoping July, and I'm gonna do a show with Ad making margaritas.
We might do some cooking shows, show you a little cuisine a la Best Brothers.
We like to do a little cooking, don't we, Ad?
And you know, if it doesn't turn out well, you can give us some suggestions on the website.
I'd like to learn how to cook a dish from every country of our listeners.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll do it on the show.
Maybe if you could make your own videos and send them in, we'd be sure to put them on the website.
Good idea, Ad. Another great lesson. Please get on the website. We do have a talk show now, and we're encouraging people to sign up. Now, you can't get the talk show if you just have iTunes. You've got to go on the website. You know what it is. And leave us a comment, because we had a lot of fun making it, but we really don't know for sure what we should be talking about.
Right. Basically, we just didn't script it, and we talked for 20 minutes or something like this. And is it interesting? We don't know.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it, so that was interesting.
We certainly did. Anyway, great to have you on the show. www.china232.com.